Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar. Today we find ourselves with Buck Rogers in the Solace bridge outskirts. Today we're going to look at the new quest changes. In R42 the fishing quest was removed with some collecting and harvesting quests added, so we're just going to look at the collecting and the harvesting quests in this video. So hopefully, if we talk to Sargent Sedgewick, which we'll need to, and go help, just give us the quest, good. Then we need some wood. I need 4 maple wood, and he'll give us some arrows. So, where do we find the wood? Look at the ground. We're looking for a particular type of tree, and they spawn in the area. Seeing if there's a couple in the area that have already been harvested. But look here, you see a fallen red tree, that's what we're looking for. If you see a fallen one, it means basically it's been cut down already by somebody else, but the harvesting node will always remain there, so that tree will be there at some point in the game, along with all harvesting nodes. There's another one just over here, which doesn't show fallen tree, but that's another one. See one over there. Good. So harvesting is one of the things you need to do for crafting, of course. And what we're looking for is these red coloured trees here. Getting a bit dusk at the moment, so jar of worms sitting on the ground. Never seen that before. That's interesting. Oh well, I'll pick it up. Because the fishing quest was removed. Like, very hard to picture on this tree, but that's the red tree. They always look the same. They can be maple or pine, but they actually look the same at the moment. You can't take down any of the other trees. You'll see there's a more defined arc pattern on it. When you move your mouse across to it, it turns into an axe. And you're already equipped with all the tools you need for harvesting. So we'll just double click on the tree and it will start to chop the tree down. So wood is used for making weapons and furniture and various things in the crafting system in the game. You'll always get a maple wood or a pine depending on the tree, and you might get some other ingredients as well. When you harvest the tree, it vanishes. Other people will see it's a felled tree. Let's go and find another one. Today doesn't look like a good day for trees. Oh no, there's one over there. There's normally one just down here. Actually see it's been felled. I think there was another one over here which looks like it's ready and ripe. And that one we can picture on a little bit more. Should be a tree. I'll just go and check. Let's say because it's night time, yeah it is. Night time, the colours are a little bit down. So it would normally be a nice bright red during the daytime. But again, always tell if it turns into an axe, it's a choppable tree. It's 2 of our maple wood. Now, just trying to think where another one was. There is one over there, thought there was. First of all, just Let's get rid of these 2 targets. Let's see our next tree is ready as well. Let's go up to this one. Very contested area, that's why I'm keeping my weapon available. If you want to keep a look around to see if there's any baddies coming, because if you start harvesting and a baddie attacks you, then you'll be interrupted. It's number 3. I've just noticed up in the top right hand corner here, you can see a social button. This is somebody who wants to be a friend. So if you want to take a friend in the game, all you have to do is just click on their name and just click accept, and they'll be added to your friends list. And the last tree we should need you can see it just over here. And there is a baddie in the area, so just take him out. Trust the axe. That should give us the 4 maple. Let's have a look at our inventory. Yeah, I've got 4 maple wood. Back to camp. It's going to take a bit of a shortcut. In fact, one of the trees have respawned. We'll chop that down because you can always take more, because they're a sellable commodity at this point in the game. There's a wolf in the area as well, so we'll do. Now, even though the wolf has run away, might still interrupt. It might not like us chopping the tree down and come back in. Just keep an eye on him. It's normally around a resource out in the world of Novia. They are normally kind of protected. Let's see if the wolf likes us or not now. He wants to attack us now, but we need the practice anyway. This character's been refreshed again for this group of videos. And I'm also using the new heat system in the combat bar, which was added in R42, whereby you can keep on casting the same one. The little red arrow, the higher it goes, the more focus I believe it uses. So it has a slight negative effect. But it does help you do combat a little bit faster. It's something to be aware of is if you know you're in an area of a lot of combat, you don't want to be using it too much because you won't have any other focus to fight other enemies that could be in the area. So it's a balancing effect you need to work out. So go back, hand in our wood. He'll give us some arrows. Talk to him. He's automatically opened up a window for 4 maple wood. Now we have 5. So if you just want to take 4 out of the group in this quest, and for this quest, if you hold down the shift button and then select, you can now change the number 4, so you'll only pick up 4. Put that into the trade window, then you give the items, and he's given us loads of experience, some gold and some arrows. We've given him the maple wood. Drop down box if you don't see the words, or you could actually just type the word help in there. Just type the word help So it showed that will actually. Now he wants 5 iron ore, so he can make some arrowheads. We can find these in stones in the game. Now, sometimes these are very not hard to find, but they might not be spawned, so I might pause the video if I don't find them quick enough. I've found a few spawning areas, so we'll go to the first one and see if they've actually spawned. Last time I've done this through the playthrough, it took a while. I never quite remember where they all are. One here somewhere. I don't think it's spawned at the moment. They're like a little grey lump coming out of the ground. It would have been better if they used copper, which would have been slightly more brighter colour. But they might change it. Now, on our way in, there's normally a node, which doesn't look like it's spawned. I think it's in this area here. Let's say they randomly spawn, but they will always spawn in the same area, just like the trees. Here's the tree, for instance, was chopped down before, just respawned, so let's quickly chop that down. Look out for that. I don't think it's that. So this is about one of the most hardest, well not the hardest, but the most frustrating quests. They don't give enough spawning points in my opinion. There it is. That's what we're looking for. Nice iron node. Just put some light on the character. I need the sun. I need to move that down to our utility for combat bar. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So again, it will come up with pickaxe, telling it's iron. Just harvest it, just like the trees and the other items in the game. Again, you might get other ingredients as well, like granite blocks. Now the next node location. I know of 4 at the moment, and I'm sure there probably might be more, but say this has only been out for about just under a week or so. Yeah, this one seems to spawn quite frequently, I'm finding. And it will always be in this area. They spawn randomly. Because we're collecting more than we can carry, we're being over encumbered, which will give us a slight movement drop and dexterity drop. At this point it's not too much of a problem. Now the next one I found was in the top of the marshes. Five, don't we? 3. So hopefully if this one's spawned, by the time we get back, one of the others should have spawned. So we'll just go down to the character there. More sharp. Like the fact that all the new starting people all look the same, except for their hair designs. I'm actually going to leave the trade because he could be on that quest. Normally an iron node down here. It's not going to show us it down here. Clay one, a clay and an iron one. We'll just show you the clay. Put some light on again. The clay one looks like clay one. It's not. Interesting. But there's normally an iron node in this area as well. If you're actually doing this quest, sometimes it's best to look to see if there's another quest you can do whilst you're doing it. If I don't find them up in the camp, what I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll collect the other 4, then we'll come back. Go and check our 3 nodes that I know of in the camp. So this one's probably the hardest of the quests, not because of its complexity, simply because the ore is relatively rare and we need it. So that one hasn't spawned, which I would expect it not to be there. Let's just go and check on the other 2 areas, because the problem that they will have is if they don't change the spawning rates, it means that there'll be too many people looking for the same resources. Just going to have a look around just to see if I can see any others. Well, I was going to say, just going to check this other one, which should be up here if it's active. Somewhere along here, and it's not. So what I'm going to do is take us back to Sedgewick, and I'm going to pause the video, go and get some more, then we come back and finish the quest. Right, so I'll see you shortly. Right, here I am back again. I've just managed to find the required amount of ore we need. So he needed 5 iron ore, and we have 5 iron ore here now. And we just need to give him the items. And then again he's given us a load of experience points which go into our ball, 225 gold, and some arrows. And of course we've given him the ore. Now we go help again. One more quest for us, and we need some feathers. 6 will do. And there's a farm in the southeast where it has some chickens, so we can get the feathers off the chickens. So it's a bit of a jog. Go down to round to the farm. See if we can find those other nodes on the way. There's going to be a bit of combat as well. And also look around, see if I see any new nodes. Just come down into this contested area, the swamp area. We keep checking around the rocks around here just to see if there is another iron node. All the bandits seem to be dead, so somebody else must be in the area as well. Let's see if this one has spawned over here. Something there, but it's not showing what it is. Spawns in this area, around this area here. See if we can find it later. This is an heirloom that drops randomly. Choosing in another quest. All those items just made me over encumbered. Oh, mind you, we've got a load of arrows because one of the problems is don't be afraid to use your arrows because you get given way too many. They actually weigh. So, in normal questing, I would say carry between 500 and 1,000 arrows, depending on your character's strength, which is an important skill to train up on. Increasing strength, we need to get health up to 20 before we can do that, which we'll do by actual combat. So, just gone up to level 16, and we can start training in strength. There's another one over here. Mind you, these quests give you a lot of arrows, but it's the only time you're given arrows in the game. You can buy them off the blacksmith, which we'll be seeing when we go back, because we've got to sell some of our items. We're gaining 2 off here, but we're using about 4 to 6 to kill them, so let's see if they've got bows and arrows on them. They're up here. This new heat system. Before we would have had to have waited and cycled round and moved back. Now if I come out of combat, so it can, our focus bar increase a little bit more. I think what I'll do is there's some food here. It gives us a boost for 20 minutes. So if we eat that, that will help our health and focus regenerate a bit quicker. Other things you have in your inventory is you do have a focus potion and a health potion, which will pretty much recover your bar. Up here we have some extra buffs, which health is +1 per second and focus +1 per second. And in combat, that goes down to 0.3 both combat and thing. We just have a quick look around here just to see if there's any iron nodes. Nope. Right. The farm is just over here, where there's also a farmer that needs some help. So let's go and find chickens. Normally I'd say do this quest and then go on and do the farmer's quests, because this video is particular about this group of quests. I'll only be doing this group of quests. Farmer's feeding his chickens, which I'm just about to kill for him. I'm going to target them. We actually have to combat them. That should be enough, hopefully. As you can see, when you put the mouse over a chicken corpse, it turns into a skinning knife. So you can start to skin the animal or creature in the game. Now the carcasses, once you've learnt the skill, turn into meat. There's 3 feathers there. Skin this one. Again, they will respawn, so egg here, which is a food buff. Short living food buff, and you can have 2 food buffs at any one time. So chickens also have a nice little food source for you when you start the game. Should give it enough feathers, 6 he wanted. Let's have to edit that out. So we've got 7 feathers, so we've got enough feathers. Now, the egg. Move that down there. If we eat our egg, we should get a second food buff if I'm correct in my thinking. There we go. Now we have a second food buff, which gives us an extra 1 health per second and 0.3 in combat, so we're actually going to have 0.6 in combat. Now, as you can see, the farmer does have quests. We'll be doing those, reviewing those again in a different group of videos. So now we just need to go back to the camp. On our way back we should be able to do some more combat. See if there's any more things we can point out. The tree ahead of us, as you can see, there are nice bright red leaved trees. Let's head over there and go to chop that down. Don't know if we're going to be attacked first. Are they coming in? Yep. Looks like they're getting their noise in, so just get them dealt with. Now they're done. Now harvest the wood. As you can see, it's the red leafed trees. The ones you can chop down in the game. They do have a skill that's always increasing as well. Salmon of him. Couple of arrows back. Check to see if there's any ore there. Oh. Yep. It's best to take the advantage of the combat in this area because it is rather easy, and whilst you're doing combat in this area you're increasing your skills. So I wouldn't say stay in here for long if you want to go and experience the game, but I would also say don't rush out of the area. Use the area to get your fighting skills up because it will make it a lot easier in the beginning sequences of the game. There we go. So I'll definitely get the strength ability taken on. How are we doing on that? 16. This iron node does not want to show up. Nope. Right, well, we'll take the tree. Seems we're heading on our way back, but we are slowly becoming more and more encumbered. We've got 16.3 on our movement rate. If we take this, Now 16.6, so we're now moving a little bit slower. So, still not going to be too much of a problem, but this one is the easiest one to kill, but I have the lowest amount of hit points needed on him. As you go round, they get a little bit harder each time. Chop down this tree on the way back. Find the wolf. Because in the game, it is a good idea to collect all the wood as you get to crafting parts of the game, because as wood you can't farm in the game, so it's only available in the outside world. Cotton plants and such like. Play some property, you can actually farm them. So again, a bit problematic one to kill. That's right, and as you can see, you can actually skin the wolves. So just like the chickens, a bit of leather scrap there. See, we're finding it hard to move, so you have to find a point of when you're carrying enough that affects your character a bit too much, and then just stop, go and offload, which you'll probably be doing quite a lot of in the first sections of the game, because you won't be able to carry that much, but as you increase your strength capability, then you'll be able to carry more. So what we'll do is we'll just offload the feathers to Sedgewick. So here's the last of the quests he gives. And you want 6 feathers, and again we've got 7, so what happens if we move 7 over? See if he gives us 1 back. If you just want to move 6, if you just use the shift key again, select 6 and then move them across. So if you just want to try this, see if he'll take all 7. He won't take the items because it's not the correct amount. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use shift on this side and just select 1. Put it back over there, and now we have the 6 he needs, so you have to give him the correct amount. He's just given us another bundle load of arrows, so I'll help again. So he doesn't need any, go and talk to Captain Kinsey, who you're instructed to go to talk to at the beginning of the game. Let's go and offload our loot. So, for some reason he's not working, so we'll just, if you do find that, just hit the escape key, move away, settle down, come back, and carry on. Sometimes the character's not in the right place to completely programming loot, I would say. So, let's sell everything. Let's keep the eggs because we're going to use those as we go round. So you can sell the wood now because we don't need it now. Obsidian chips. I would sell, but you might want to keep them because they're a valuable resource in the game for a special type of spell casting, which other players will buy them. And we will just sell all of that box. Just check to see if we've got everything. Yeah, because even though we've still sold that, we're over encumbered. The reason why we're still over encumbered is because of all of these arrows we've got. So, if it gets too bad, you can sell some, but they're not worth anything. but at this point I would say go build up your strength so we can level that up and then talk to the adventuring train here and then learn the skill for strength. Bring it up. Tactics tree, this one here. If this one's 20, then you can learn to train this one, and that will give you the ability to start to carry more and more as this ability trains. So this is where we're going to end this group of videos. Let's go over to Sedgewick again. So that was all of Sargent Sedgewick's quests, origin quests. So I hope you found the video helpful. If you subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, you'll get to know when more of my content comes out. And please do feel free to leave any questions or comments in the area below. And thank you for watching.